Hey guys, GrandmaVic here. I think tonight, since it's raining like a cow pissing on a flat rock, I think what I'm going to do, since Hybrid was nice enough to send me that second receiver for my yard boat that I have, you guys already know about her. So I think what I'm going to do is start finding all the parts for her. Now I stripped her down. Oh look, another antenna tube. Got another one coming. I stripped her down. This is a turmoil port center of gravity chassis, which was back here. They moved it up a little bit. They called it the FCG. They changed the chassis stiffeners to round ones, which were a lot stronger than the flat ones they had when it was the Mayhem. They changed a few things. You know, they moved this up. The drive shaft, this one ended up being longer. This one ended up being shorter. So, I think what I'm going to do tonight is I'm not working on her. I'm going to work on her. I'm working on her, getting her up. I got it worked. So you know what? I want to see that second one. I want to see that second RC going. You're right. I need to get that second RC up for GrandmaVic. So, I think what I'm going to do, all the bolts and everything should be in that box. I'm going to pull everything out and get her back to being a nitro. I'm going to make her a nitro again. I'm going to make nitro great again. Now, the only problem I have is a shock problem right here. But I should have the bottom piece for the shock. If not, order some stuff in. Hopefully it's in there. If not, I'll figure it out. But if not, one shock's not going to cut it. You know, whatever. We got it. Let's get this thing back together. Let's get it back together for Grandma. As you can see, these tires took a beating. These tires are chewed up. This is a set of the tires I used to race with when I was in Florida. These tires are 20 years old. They are hard. They are freaking hard. They are dry rotted. When I tell you they're hard and dry rotted, they're freaking hard and dry rotted. I mean, the knobbies are probably going to rip off if I try to run it. So, we're going to get this thing back together tonight. I'm going to try to get it back together tonight, depending on how long it takes. And then, I'm hoping to have it ready for GrandmaVic by tomorrow. At least by tomorrow afternoon. That way GrandmaVic can run her own nitro. Now, GrandmaVic is always, she used to have the E-Max 20 years ago. When the E-Max came out, GrandmaVic had the E-Max. She had fun with it. She ran the dog out of it. She liked the truck. Well, watching Nitro's Addiction and Hybrid and a lot of these other guys, Crazy Dad 2.0 and all these other channels, Grandma wants a nitro. GrandmaVic wants a nitro. She said she wants to learn. She wants to learn how to tune it. That way, as I'm working on my nitro, she can be working on her nitro. We can both do the same thing and she can learn. I'm kind of new again. I mean, 20 years. It's not like riding a bike. Tuning a carburetor is not that easy. I mean, it is when you've been doing it a long time, but when you did it for 6 to 8 months and you put everything away for 20 years, it's not. So, anywho, it's not like the human sex drive. It doesn't just flow. So, let's see if we can find in this box over here. Let me move GrandmaVic's nitro, because we're going to make nitro great again. Look, brand new tube came in for her. We'll go for that. All right, let's see what we got in here. Let's pull this stuff out. This is all the extra stuff I bought back when. Oh. back when I was moving to North Carolina. No, that's wired. I don't want to put it in there. Let's just put it here for now. Alright. That's a stock freaking tower that likes to bend. Let's get all the. Ooh. Convosi and Sportworks were in the same. So we will be doing a video installing that. I'll put it in the rear. The rear one takes more of a beating, so I'll get the metal one in there. That'll be a video. Alright. Make sure I bought extra tie rods and everything, or turnbuckles, whatever you want to call them. Extra pins, lower pins in case I bent one, beating the brakes off of it. Alright. More turnbuckles. Alright. And these are the wheel pins I just bought. Because you know, if the wheel falls off and the pin falls out, that connects it to the drive shaft. If you don't have it, it's a no-go. So, I'm trying to buy up all the little parts that are still out there on eBay and stuff. Well, nuts. Oh, look. I got the other one. I did buy enough to do it. Look. So I can put the metal dip housings on here. Alright. And of course, I got the original plastic ones. Of course. My carburetor, I'm waiting for the new O-ring set to come in. I guess it's coming from Shanghai or wherever you want to call it. My other non-filter. Alright. Let's see what we got in here. Alright. A stiff bag. Lots of these since they like to strip. Do have a set of long motor mounts. So we will be using those. I just wish I was smart enough to put the screws with it. That way I could bolt it to the chassis, but I wasn't. I kind of put all the chassis together. See, this is the difference between the. If you look, the turmoil went to these nice round, really strong chassis stiffeners. This is the original ones. They were flat. They like to bend, and they would bend. Trust me. That's why I got a couple sets of them. They would bend, and I would replace them. I just kept them just in case, you know, emergency or whatever. All right. I don't see anything in here that goes to that. Got a whole differential in here. All right. Got all extra set of gears and stuff. All right. I don't know if some of this stuff's in Grandma's box for her T-Max. I got screws in here everywhere, and I gotta figure this stuff out. Extra brake kits, which is gonna have to go back on here because I think this came off of there. When I get to that point, we'll do it. All right. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Set of short engine mounts for the bump box. In case I decide to use that instead. Oh, damn. I got the shock rebuild kit. Oh, there we go. There's a piece that broke. The lower shock piece that broke on the other shock. I do have it in here. All right. You have me to buy a bunch of stuff you didn't know you needed. Now this definitely goes on here. That goes on there for real. Yeah. I don't know what that's for, but apparently it goes on here. Yeah, a lot of extra stuff. Oh, look. I got a whole other extra set of pads I didn't know I had. That's probably going to have to go on here because I think those are wore out. Let's see, it's a pull start. Another piece of this. Antenna. Okay. I think some of the stuff to this thing is in Grandma's box in the other shed. So I think I put some of that stuff in there. So it's going to be fun to locate all this stuff and put this thing back together. Because as you know, this goes on here the correct way. We just got to figure it out. All right. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Since I stripped it and threw it, not paying attention to ever actually using it again. I didn't think I was going to do this, so I got to figure this out and get it back together. This is probably going to be a real pain. I'm probably going to have to look at my other Mayhem and figure it out. Get out of there. See how it actually goes. There we go. This goes on here. But since this goes on this side because it goes to this receiver. Okay. Yep. This is definitely going to be fun. So that mounts like that. This mounts to the servo. This mounts to the brakes. And this mounts to the engine. This is going to be fun. Trying to put this thing back together. Since I stripped it so fast, I ripped it apart. I was going to change this thing over to a brushless motor. I literally have the part that mounts here to actually put a motor and everything on there. An electric motor, not an engine. But now Grandma wants a nitro. So we're going to make nitro great again. I'm going to put this thing back together. I need to go in the other shed and find those parts, so I'm not going to leave you on waiting for me to figure out what I'm doing. So as I work on this, as I make progress on this and put it back together, I got the manual over here, but when the parts are scattered between this box and the next box, I'm going to work on it. My buddy at work says he wants to see this one up. So that's what I'm going to do. So you guys can follow along. I'll do it piece by piece, do it the best I can, get it back together. So anyways, you guys have fun. I'll let it go as I can. I'll put content out as I can. Okay? Deuces! 2.